The NBC Spartan Sports Complex for today's Superior Spartan Girls softball game. This afternoon we welcome the visiting Wildcats of River Falls High School, and we welcome the players, coaches, and fans. Superior High School and all WIA schools encourage good sportsmanship at all athletic events. Good sportsmanship is the responsibility of everyone in attendance at today's game. Please help foster this spirit of good sportsmanship by appreciating the efforts of both teams, the coaches, and the officials in today's game in a positive manner. We're glad you're here today. We hope you enjoy the game and that you will be a positive role model for all those seated around you. Good luck to both teams. Let's meet today's starting lineups. First of all, for the Wildcats of River Falls High School, non-starters, number 0, Eliza Kemper Price. Number 5, Meredith Emery. Number 3, Kenna Cook. Number 7, Riley Johnson. And number 9, Ella Stanley. And here's your starting lineup for the Wildcats. Leading off, the designated player, number 24, Danielle Pellinger. Batting second, shortstop, number 14, Ava Larson. Batting third and doing the catching, number 34, Reagan Schurz. Batting fourth at third base, number 11, Morgan Kibble. Batting fifth, playing second base, number 2, Hudson Walker. Batting sixth at first base, number 10, Kaylee Barris. Batting seventh in center field, number 6, Caitlin Moe. Batting seventh in left field, number 22, Jasmine Schwantz. And batting ninth in right field, number 8, Brenna Clifton. The flex player is the pitcher, Audra Aderman. Assistant coaches for the Wildcats are Jess Olson, Nick Roy, Ryan Schurz, and Sophia Vogel. Head coach of the Wildcats in their second season is Leah Fletcher. The Wildcats of River Falls High School. And now let's meet the Spartans. In lieu of a starting lineup, we are introducing this year's senior class members of the softball team. We will introduce their parents and what they plan on doing in their future. Our first senior is number 1, Hallie Miner. She's being escorted by parents Jake and Michael Frank. Hallie will be attending UW River Falls next year and majoring in finance. Our second senior, number 20, Daisy Martinez. Daisy's being escorted by parents Chris and Heather. Daisy's plan is to attend UW Superior to major in social work and minor in psychology. Next up, we have number 28, Aubrey Lundeen. Aubrey is being escorted by parents Dusty and Janelle. She plans on attending the College of St. Scholastica to major in psychology, to be on track to become an occupational therapist. Next up, we have number 9, Amber Smith. Amber's being escorted by parents Wayne and Denise. Amber's plan is to attend UW Stout to explore a career in teaching history and minoring in graphic design. Next up, number 44, Callie Peterson. She's being escorted by parents Brandon and Jody. Callie's plans are to attend Northern Michigan University, majoring in applied exercise physiology and kinesiology, on track to hopefully becoming an occupational therapist. Next up, we have manager Braylon Whitford. Braylon's being escorted by parents Matt and Jenna and sister Hope. Braylon plans to attend Northwoods Technical College and major in technical training. Our final senior is manager Ruby Fiegel. Ruby's being escorted by parents Daryl and Amy and stepdad Adam. She plans on attending UMD to study exercise and rehabilitation science, hopefully to become a physical therapist. Let's have a nice hand for this year's senior class members of the Spartan softball team. The rest of the Spartan team, the assistant coaches, are Melissa Hanson, Jim Ross, Chad Martineau, Crystal Lawton, and Dave Siegfrieds. Head coach of the Spartans in his first season is Brian Denninger. Your Superior Spartans. At this time, to honor America, our veterans, and all those currently defending our freedom, we ask that you please rise if you are able. Remove your headwear and face the flag down the right field line as we play our country's national anthem. By Essentia Health Sports Medicine. Your umpires for today's game: on the base pass, Mr. Tom Muehlberger. Behind the plate, Mr. Brett Klozowski.
All right, welcome back to another Superior softball match here tonight. Pretty overcast day, but weather holding out strong at about 48 degrees Fahrenheit here tonight. Tonight's game matchup is River Falls Wildcats up against the Superior Spartans High School. Just moments away from the top of the first, where the Wildcats will take that batting box. Kick things off for them will be number 24, Daniela Pullinger, designated player for the Wildcats. Looking over the team for the Wildcats, got a lot of sophomores and seniors with a couple of juniors sprinkled in there. No freshmen on the varsity team, but that doesn't mean that there won't potentially be any popped up from the JV team throughout the night. But we'll see how things go as far as that's concerned. Senior night here tonight, so get those kind of festivities. As you saw to start the game off, they announced the seniors on the Spartans, as well as what they plan to do going forward once they graduate here in just, a little over a week, so not too much longer for them for the remainder of their high school career. Gotta imagine that brings up quite a lot of emotions and kind of will affect how they play with the rest of the games that they have remaining in their season.
Leading off for the Wildcats in the top of the first inning, designated player number 24, Danielle Pellinger.
Again, Pellinger is a junior at River Falls. Gonna kick things off with a strike right down middle. It's interesting to see a lot of the fans in attendance are wearing such wide array of clothing due to the weather. Got a couple people in shorts and t-shirts, meanwhile some others are wearing winter jackets and hats.
They're going to have the catcher stand in the left field left-handed batter's box. Hitter is going there.
Hit over to right field. Spartans able to make an easy play on that for out number 1 on the Wildcats. Get things going here in the top of the first. So that'll bring up next for the Wildcats, number 14, Ava Larson.
Second for the Wildcats,
the shortstop.
14, Ava Larson.
One of the seniors on the team. going to go foul for strike number 1. Spartans have number 44, Callie Peterson, out on the pitcher's mound here. Start things off tonight. Doing a great job so far, being able to find the inside of that strike box, and a couple of attempts that have been made by the Wildcats have either gone foul or caught so far. Strike number 2, count 0-2 for Larson. Just catching the top of the bat there, so it's going to go foul. Get the count at 0-2 on Larson. I think we'll be in for quite a treat here tonight if game continues to go the way it's started off. Big hit, just behind second. Spartan's going to let that drop, so Larson will take first. You set those strikes. And bring up next, number 34, Reagan Schertz. The catcher for the Wildcats.
Batting third
It's
for
number
the Wildcats,
34.
the catching number 34, Reagan Schurz.
Scherz, a sophomore for River Falls. It's going to be a high pitch, ball number 1. Larson eager to step off first. A good running position there. We're just going to opt to run. Spartans make a little bit of an error throw there, so Larson will take up second. The count's going to be... Not sure if the count's going to be 2-1 or 1-1 just yet. See what the umpire gives. 2-1. Two balls. Okay, so it's 2-0 here for Schertz. Ooh, almost a catch being made over there. Ball's going to go foul, bringing the count to 2-1 here on Schertz. Larson there, still up on second. Not quite as eager to get run into third. A little bit of a wild pitch there. So the count's going to go 3-1 here for Schertz. Again, started things off really well, being able to find that strike zone on almost every single pitch. Now having a little bit of trouble just getting in there, but managing to get a foul off of that. So the count's going to go full here for Schertz. See a couple of kids running for that foul ball that went off into the street. Luckily avoiding traffic once again. Low ball for ball number 4. So Schertz will take first. It'll put runners on first and second for the Wildcats. And bring up next, batting fourth, number 11, Morgan Keevel. Third base for the Wildcats. We're going to get a courtesy runner on first, number 3, Kenna Cook, senior for the Wildcats.
Courtesy runners number 3, Kenna Cook.
Cook will take over for Schertz. And Schertz will return over to the dugout. So again, we got runners on first and second for the Wildcats here. Only one out here in the top of the first. Everyone gets resituated here.
Yeah. I'll just move it over.
Umpire ready to go. Looks like he was adjusting a couple of protective gear there.
Third base, number 11, Morgan Kibble.
Again, Kivel on third base for the Wildcats. Gorgeous pitch there from Peterson, finding it right down center. Strike number 1. Just a little low there for ball 1. Count 1-1 here. As we continue on. That ball goes foul off into the reservoir. Count 1-2 here for Kivel. Another foul. Thankfully we got that fence in the way, so it's not coming straight back at us, but get enough height. Could see a couple making their way out here into the crowd here tonight. Again, good crowd in attendance, both for River Falls as well as Superior. Ooh, good hit over there into left field. Spartans able to make an easy play on third base after that dropped ball. So they'll pick up out number 2, but the Wildcats will remain on first and second. They'll bring up next number 2, second base,
Number 2, Hudson Walker.
Hudson Walker. Walker, a sophomore over at River Falls. Picking up strike number 1 to kick things off. Spartans looking to do a little bit of damage control here. Pick up out number 3. Put things to rest here in the top of the first. Count 0-2. And 2 runners on base currently. Weather holding out on us tonight. Supposed to pick up some rain as the evening goes on, but with any luck, this game will be over by then. That's going to be strike number 3 for the Wildcats. The Spartans doing a good job to hold up that advance here in the top of the first. Be 3 outs with 2 runners left on base for the Wildcats.
The top of the first for the Wildcats, no runs. They gave 1 hit.
Got 1 hit in it. And with that, we'll take a quick break, get a word from our sponsors, and be back with the bottom of the first inning right after this. Welcome back to the bottom of inning 1 here on senior night at Superior High School. Kicking things off for the Spartans will be number 4, Tenley Lawton.
Leading off for the Spartans in the bottom of the first inning, playing third base, number 4, Tenley Lawton.
Lawton is playing third base here tonight. Great strike right down center from number 1, Audra Adderman for the Wildcats. I believe I'm pronouncing that right, but anyone leaves a shout out just below your viewing window about how to pronounce names correctly, especially for the opposing team, but as well as the home team. If I can make those corrections, I will do so. Don't mean to get anyone's names pronounced incorrectly. Count is 2-1. Kivel? Okay, Kivel. High fly. Easy catch made there for the Wildcats for out number 1 on the Spartans. Bring up next number 22, center fielder, Cora Cockerham. Cockerham, a sophomore, Superior High School. Again, the Spartans have a bit of a younger team here, especially compared to the Wildcats. There's quite a few freshmen on the team, as opposed to the Wildcats having absolutely none to start things off on the varsity team. Obviously, they bump some up from that JV team. You get a couple sprinkled in here and there, but overall, it's comprised mostly of juniors and sophomores. Cockerham, 2 strikes here on the board. Getting away with that low ball. Trying to find that bottom corner of the strike zone. Not able to find it just yet, so count's going to go to 2-2 here on Cockerham. Another pop fly. Wildcats able to make another easy catch there on out number 2 on the Spartans. Be able to keep things at bay and not get too much power behind the ball. That'll bring up next for the Spartans, number 20, Daisy Martinez, the catcher for the Spartans. For those who tuned in earlier, as Spartans had their senior walkout at the beginning of the game instead of the opening lineup, Martinez was one of them to take the field. Count going to 1-2 here for Martinez. Martinez got a lot of power behind her swings, so if she can connect the bat to the ball, she can get it quite far out there, but this time just not able to find the ball, so they're going to get no runs and no hits. No one left on base here in the bottom of the first. That'll keep the game tied at 0 apiece as we move into the top of the second. So we'll be right back with that right after this. Welcome back to the top of the second inning here. Superior High School. Got the lights on in the field here tonight. Again, that overcast kind of causing a little bit of darkness. Not too bad so far. Rain's holding out on us. Not too many dark clouds, but as this night goes on, we might pick up some showers here and there. Something we could absolutely use at this point, especially with the fire warnings that we got going on. But weather's still holding strong at almost 50 degrees here tonight. Good weather to be played, especially compared to last night, where it was in the 40s, but felt like it was in the 20s based on the weather. The wind was quite strong. Kicking it off for the Wildcats is going to be number 10, Kaylee Barris. Batting 6 for the Wildcats. One thing I will say for the Wildcats here tonight is they do a great job at really paying attention to what kind of a pitch is being thrown to them and being able to eye up exactly what they want to throw at or swing at and what they kind of want to just leave and take the chance of being a strike. Done a good job here tonight being able to get quite a few runners on base here at the top of the first. Managed to get 3 on base, but not able to pick up a run or anything there. So we play on at 0 apiece. Good hit there into center field. Gonna allow Beers to get to first. Now that's on the board thus far for the Wildcats. And that'll bring up next, number 6, Caitlin Moe.
7, center fielder, number 6, Caitlin Moe.
Moe playing center field for the Wildcats. Ball 1. Kick things off here for Moe. And you can just see the eye contact made with the ball, being able to determine if it's something we're swinging at or just letting it go. Good example there. Spartans able to make the running catch for out number 1 on Moe. Bring up next, number 22.
Now batting playing left field, number
Left
22,
field.
Jasmine Schwantz.
Jasmine Schwantz. Schwantz hits over to third, and Spartans almost able to make an easy play on second. Having a little bit of an error throw, dropping it in the dirt. So Wildcats will pick up second and have a runner over there on first off of Schwantz's hit. Up next to bat for the Wildcats will be ninth, right field number 8, Brenna Clifton. Spartans in a little bit of a dangerous position here with runners on first and second, only 1 out on the board. But that's how things were going in the top of the first, and they were able to kind of hold things at bay there. Again, 1 out on the board, so not in a too shabby position. Spartans going to opt to let that drop. Wildcats will pick up a run here, thanks to number 10. So Bears will make it home for a run for the Wildcats, and they will have runners on second and first here.
Top of the order.
I'll bring up the top of the order, number 24, Danielle Pollinger, the designated player for the Wildcats. Backing out of the box there, but picking up a strike. Runner's eager to make an advancement there. You can see him taking off the base almost immediately as soon as they're allowed. Good hit over there to right field. Not able to make the catch in time. So we'll continue on at 2 strikes here for Pollinger. Wide ball there. Count 1 and 2 here for Pollinger. And only 1 out on the board for the Wildcats here. Top of the second. Kicking it off to an early lead for them. Bit of a weird hit there. Spartan's going to throw to first, pick up that out on Pollinger for out number 2 on the Wildcats, but they'll be able to advance to second and third here. So we'll bring up next, batting second, number 14, shortstop Ava Larson. Larson will pick up ball number 1 to kick things off here at her second bad appearance. Gonna catch the right side of that strike zone. Great pitch there. Just finding the right edge. Strike number 1. Count 1-1. Able to hold up there. Count 2-1 for Larson. Another ball for Larson. So count's going to be 3-1. Could pick up this walk over to first and load up the bases. Big hit over to right field. Spartans trying to make the play. Able to make the catch for out number 3, so putting an end to that almost run of terror there from the Wildcats. Could have been a bit more dangerous than what it ended up being. So the Wildcats will pick up 1 run here in the top of the second. But they're going to leave 2 runners stranded on base. So the Wildcats will be taking the lead here as we go into the bottom of the second. We'll be right back with that right after this. Welcome back to the bottom of the second here. Moments away from kicking off for the Spartans. Wildcats are up 1-0 over the Spartans, picking up that run in the top of the second. Starting off for the Spartans will be number 28, Aubrey Lundeen. Batting first for the Spartans here in the top of the second. Going to be 4th in the order. 1 ball, 1 strike on the board for Lundeen. Count 2-1. Throws getting ever so slightly close to the batter here tonight. Really trying to encroach on that upper grip of the bat. Allow for not too good of hits on the ball. Count's going to be 2-2 here for Lundeen. Foul ball straight towards us, so that'll keep the count 2-2. Catcher for the Wildcats is Reagan Schertz. And a good job maintaining possession of the ball after those pitches. Running right after, trying to assist in any way that she can. Spartans will pick up a run onto first base. And that'll bring up next for the Spartans, number 35, Jordan Eastman. The shortstop for the Spartans. One of those freshmen that used to be on the JV team, but has been able to make her way up here onto varsity as time's gone on. Eastman counts 2-0 here. Not really getting too good of a look. Good hit over there to right field. They're going to make it there in time on second for out number 1 on the Spartans, but Eastman will take first, so Spartans will remain in the same position that they were just moments ago, just with 1 out on the board. That'll bring up next for the Spartans, number 9, Amber Smith.
Playing left field, number 9, Amber Smith.
Smith playing left field here tonight. Pick up ball number 1 to start things off. High and above batting box. Another high pitch there, but Shirt's doing a great job paying attention to what's going on and throwing eagerly over to first. Not able to make it there in time to get Eastman out. But showing that she's paying attention as much as he's going on and is ready to make those plays. Smith's count 2-1 here. So he play on. Right down center for strike number 2. Count 2-2. Wildcats team playing together quite well here tonight. Working in good unison there. Being able to try for that first out on Eastman once again, but not quick enough. So Spartans will have 2 outs here on the board.
Batting 7th to the Spartan
Bring up
lineup.
batting
Second
7th,
base, number 5,
second
Amelia
base,
Koharski.
Amelia Koharski. High ball there for Koharski, not able to maintain possession of the ball by Shirts as it sailed well over her, so Eastman will pick up second. Spartans have 2 outs on the board. Not in a bad position here to tie things up. Big swing there. Shirts, again, paying attention to what's going on, making that throw over to second and picking up out number 3 for the Spartans. So that'll put an end to the Spartans' chance here in the bottom of the second and leave no one stranded on base. So Spartans will pick up nothing and the Wildcats will stay 1 run in the lead as we go into the top of the third. Be right back with that right after this. And welcome back to the top of the third. Moments away from Wildcats taking the batting box. Leading off for them will be catcher number 34, Reagan Shirts. Shirts third in order here for the Wildcats. It's gonna go foul for strike number 1. Both teams playing exceptionally well here tonight. Being able to eye up and bring about strategies to hold up each other. Strike 2 on Shirts. Count 0-2. Good hit over there to left field. It's going to make it all the way to the fence. And Shirts will pick up second base on that hit. A lot of power behind it. If she had gotten just A little bit more of a swing. She could have cleared that fence with ease. That'll bring up next for the Wildcats, number 11, Morgan Keevil. As well as a courtesy runner over there on second. It's going to be number 3, Kenna Cook, once again.
Now at the plate, playing third base, number 11, Morgan Kibble.
Kibble going to get strike 1 on that foul ball. High and inside for ball number 1. Count 1-1 here on Kibble. A little bit of an error throw there. So Wildcats will pick up third base thanks to Kenna Cook. Count's going to be 2-1 here after that wild pitch. Another high pitch there, but able to maintain possession. 3-1 here for Kibble. Another high pitch there, so Kibble will take first on a walk. Martinez ready to make that throw over to third if need be. I'll bring up next for the Wildcats second base, number 2, Hudson Walker. Walker opting to bunt, gonna go foul for strike number 1. We'll reset things and do it all over once again. Walker got a lot of speed behind her. She's already cleared over to first by the time that the umpire even made the strike call. High pitch there. Ball number 1. Ken Walker trying to get the bunt off, make a little bit more of an advancement for the Wildcat team on the plates. Big swing there, no good. Strike number 2. And Keevil will advance over to second. So Wildcats with runners on second and third here. No outs on the board yet. Count 1-2 for Walker. Gonna be inside there for ball 2. Martinez trying to make that play over to third, but Cook able to make it back in time. Count still 2-2. Got quite a bit of cheering going on tonight, especially with the plays like that being made. Another high pitch there, so count's going to be full here on Walker. Good pitch goes foul off into the reservoir once again. Gonna see some kids go run down there, maybe get a bit swampy. I'm sure the school appreciates them being able to retrieve those softballs that make their way out of the field. Another foul ball, clearing the fence once again.
I'm tired.
So we'll keep that count full here for Walker.
Busy weekend.
Well, I work.
Seen a couple of the tennis players making their way over here. They just finished up practice and are coming to cheer on the softball team. It's always great to see. Students from the various other sports coming on to cheer on their fellow peers. With that, we'll get ball number 4 and a walk
Come at
for
it,
Walker.
playing first base number 10, Kaylee Barris.
First base number 10, Kaylee Barris, up to bat for the Wildcats. Bases loaded here. No outs on the board yet. Strong hit into center field. Spartans able to make an easy catch there. Pick up out number 1, but Cook will make it, sliding onto home plate for a run. So Wildcats will pick up an extra run here, as well as an out. But runners will be on first and second. And bring up next to bat, number 6, Caitlin Moe, center fielder for the Wildcats. Spartans take the mound, have a little bit of a discussion about how things have been played and what they want to do going forward. Again, not a huge lead going in here to the top of the third. Only 2-run lead for the Wildcats, 2-0 over the Spartans, but both teams are playing exceptionally well as far as the communication that they have going on to try to slow up the runs that are sailing their way. Moe clips the bat there for a foul ball on strike 1. Count 0-1 here for Moe. It's a little bit of strategy planned over there from the third base coach. Wide ball, count 1-1 here for Moe.
Yeah, well, some of the it's like so jam-packed with DoorDash that it's insane when people's orders inside.
Other low ball, count 2-1 here for Moe. Spartans trying to take a play out of that Wildcat playbook there from the bottom of the second. Really eye up what's going on and hope to have Martinez make a play over to first or second. Get a quick little out, pick up another out on the board. But get another foul ball there, so count's going to be 2-2 here for Moe. Moe gets a grounder to center. They'll get there in time to pick up out number 2 over on third base. Scratch that. Made it there safe. So we will have bases loaded once again for the Wildcats.
Left fielder number 22,
Bring up left fielder number 22, Jasmine Schwantz, to bat next for the Wildcats. Bit of an awkward connection with the bat there. So it's going to go foul for strike number 1 on Schwantz.
3-0 down.
Schwantz ball, a lot of power behind it, makes it to center field. Spartans able to make an easy catch there once again. But the Wildcats will pick up another run on the same play that they did earlier this inning. So the Wildcats will be up to 2 outs, but they'll also have runners on second and
Right
third.
fielder number 8,
And bring up right fielder number 8, Brenna Clifton. Same play that they got their second run here earlier in the third inning. Big hit out to center field. Meanwhile, third base makes the run home. Big hit over to right field. Spartans not able to make the catch. So that'll bring 2 more runners home for the Wildcats. They're going to urge Brenna to run over to third, hold up there. So it'll bring this to a 5-run lead for the Wildcats here. Top of the third. Put Brenna Clifton over on third. Next to bat for the Wildcats will be number 24, Danielle Pollinger, designated player for the Wildcats. And the top of the order,
off the order for the Wildcats. Designated player number 24, Danielle Pellinger.
Pellinger's first hit goes foul, strike number 1, count 0-1. Wildcats able to pick up 4 runs here so far, the top of the third. Looking to extend that lead ever so gradually as they can. Wide ball, count 1-1 here for Pollinger. Big hit towards center. Spartans making the call, not able to get there in time. So that will bring Clifton home from third. As well as put Pellinger over there on first.
Shortstop number 14.
Shortstop number 14, Ava Larson, up next to bat for the Wildcats. 2 outs here. Spartans looking to put an end to this running rampage that the Wildcats have been going on. Grounder over there. Easy play to make it on to first for out number 3. So with that, the Spartans will put an end to that running rampage that the Wildcats have been going on here in the top of the third. Wildcats picking up 5 additional runs from their run that they scored earlier in the top of the second. So River Falls will have left 1 runner on base and bring the score 6-0 in favor of them. So with that, we're going to take a quick break. Be back in the bottom of the third right after this. Welcome back to the bottom of the third. Wildcats in the lead 6-0 over the Spartans. But the Spartans will be starting off this inning with number 2, Hallie Visker.
Now at the plate for the Spartans, number 2, Hallie Visker.
Visker subbing in here. We're not sure what position she's going to be playing here yet. But she will be kicking things off here for the Spartans in the bottom of the third. Umpire making some adjustments to his log that's kept. Things are all situated and ready to go. We'll get things underway for Visker. Low and in the dirt for ball number 1. Visker's count 1-0. Another low pitch there. Count 2-1 here for Visker. Clipping the top of the bat, foul, 2-1. A little bit of fun being had out there from the shortstop and third baseman for the Wildcats. Good to see when players are having a good time, being able to just enjoy themselves. Able to get there in time. Ederman picking up that out on first on Visker.
Right fielder number 1, Hallie Miner.
We'll get right fielder number 1, Hallie Miner, to bat next here for the Spartans. Trying to go for the bunt. Ball 1 here for Miner. Get things moving. Another bunt from Miner. Gonna go foul. Strike number 1. Count 1-1. Miner taking off like a rocket as soon as the ball makes contact. Well clear of first by the time the ball came back down. Low in the dirt. Able to keep good possession of the ball there from Schertz. Count 2-1 here for Miner. Dodging out of the way. Good reflexes there. 3-1 here for Miner. Low in the dirt for ball number 4, so Miner will walk on to first. Bring up next for the Spartans, number 21.
Now batting for the Spartans, designated hitter.
Designated hitter,
21,
Madeline Linder. Linder's going to pick up strike 1. Shallow hit into center play there. Pick up out number 2 for the Spartans on Linder. But get an advancement over to second.
Top of the order for the Spartans.
Bring up top of the order for the Spartans.
Third base, number 4.
Third base, Tenley Lawton, number 4 for the Spartans. 2 outs on the board for the Spartans, but they have a runner over on second. High ball to kick things off for Lawton. Count 1-0. Awkward contact with the ball is going to go foul. 1-1. See those dark rain clouds starting to make their way in. Thankful for the lights here on the field, making quite a bit of a difference, especially with the cameras. Count 2-1 for Lawton. High and in the air, 3-1. And Schertz doing a great job in the catching position, making sure that ball doesn't go too wild and keep the runners held up for the Spartans. Great throw there, keeping it right in the zone for strike number 2. Get that count full here for Lawton. Just a little too high there, so that will be ball number 4 for Lawton, and she'll pick the walk over to first. Bring up next for the Spartans, number 22, Cora Cockerham.
At the plate for the Spartans,
Center fielder
22, Cora Cockerham.
For the Spartans. Infield hit there. To be no trouble at all for Ederman to make the play over to first for out number 3 on the Spartans. So that'll leave 2 runners left on base and retire the bottom of the 3rd for the Spartans. Wildcats will be picking up the top of the 4th right after this, leading 6-0. Be right back right after this. Welcome back to the top of the fourth. Spartans making a pitching change here. Put an end to Callie Peterson here tonight. We bring up, I believe that's number 4, Tenley Lawton. As I get a clear view of her number, I'll make sure to get it corrected. It is Lawton. Lawton picking up the pitching position here. Swapping off of third base. Stands clearing out just a little bit as that JV Wildcat team goes and does some warm-ups off to the left side of the field. So they get ready for their game that will be taking place later tonight.
Leading off for the Wildcats in the top
Leading off for the Wildcats will be catcher number 34, Reagan Schurz. High ball to get things started for Schurz. Schurz, big hit over to center field. Easy catch there for the Spartans for out number 1. Bringing up next to bat for the Wildcats, number 11, Morgan Kivel.
Playing third base, number 11, Morgan Kivel.
Kivel's playing third base here tonight for the Wildcats. Strike one. Count 1-1 here for Kivel. Lawton starting to find her pace here tonight. Doing a good job at finding the center of that strike zone. Count 0-2 here for Kivel. Low ball there. Not able to maintain control of it, but Wildcats have no runners on base, so no need to worry there for the Spartans. Count 1-2. Kivel gets a fly off foul. Spartans able to make the catch there for out number 2. Bring up next for the Wildcats, number 2, Hudson Walker.
Now at the plate, playing second base, number 2, Hudson Walker.
Walker plays second base for the Wildcats. Just above the batting box, ball number 1. Count 1-1 here for Walker. Just low, count 2-1 for Walker. Lawton's starting to feel more and more comfortable, playing a little bit farther out of that strike box as she gets each batter under her belt. Count 2-1 here for Walker. Nice low and inside. Strike number 2. Count 2-2. It's going to go foul. Bit of a straight trajectory, so no worry of being caught. Keeping that count at 2-2 here for Walker. A bit of a wild pitch there. This count's going to be full. Again, no need to worry. Wildcats, no runners on base. Another foul, making it off into the road once again. I don't know how they manage to do it every time. I always catch out of the corner of my eye, a car has just passed before the ball makes it to the concrete, but it's able to maneuver those windshields. So Lawton will pick up another strike there for out number 3 on the Wildcats. It'll be 1, 2, 3, back to back. Spartans getting a little bit of momentum here in the top of the 4th inning. With that being said, we'll be right back at the bottom of the 4th right after this. And we're back with the bottom of the 4th inning. Moments away from the Spartans taking that batting box. Going to start off with number 20 for the Spartans. That is Daisy Martinez.
Home half of the 4th inning for the Spartans. Catcher number 20, Daisy
And these dark rain
Martinez.
clouds making their way ever so more on top of us as it gets darker here in this matchup. Very thankful for the lights that we have in attendance, keeping the camera able to pick up on everything that's going on. Bit of a weird hit there. It's gonna go foul. Strike 1. Kick things off for Martinez.
Get the crock pot going. Get the dogs going.
Martinez 1-1 on the count. Big swing. No connection. Count 1-2 here for Martinez. High and out, but sure is able to keep possession of the ball. Good job. Catcher here tonight. Count 2-2 for Martinez. Now they're just outside the box, so bring the count full on Martinez. Low and in the dirt, so Martinez will pick up a walk. And bring up next to bat for the Spartans, number 28.
Now at the plate,
Aubrey
first base, number
Lundeen.
28, Aubrey Lundeen.
Right down center. Good throw there from Hatterman.
I think you're right.
Another big swing there. Lundy not able to make contact with it. Count 0-2. High pitch there. Count 1-2. And again, Scher's keeping that eye out for whatever plays she can make in between pitches. Throwing it over there earnestly to first. Not able to pick up that out yet. But give it time. She was able to make one of those plays earlier here tonight. Put an end to potential Spartans reining back a little bit of that lead on the Wildcats. Count stays at 1-2 here for Lundeen. Goes foul. Third base coach making a play there.
Make sure it's Jim Ross with the throwing.
Jim Ross with the throwing error. All right. Make sure to get that on the record here. Might need to sign up for some spring training here this year. Good play there from Schurz. Picking up out number 1 on the Spartans. Good hustle, getting up off the ground, make that catch. I'll bring up next for the Spartans, number 35,
Third base, number 35,
Jordan Eastman. Eastman hits over to first. Quick catch for the Wildcats for out number 2 on the Spartans. Hold that runner up over at first as well. Bring up next,
Left fielder, number
left
9,
fielder Amber Smith, number 9 for the Spartans. Low and in the dirt, but we're going to do a good throw over to second, thanks to Schurz. Again, told you, keep that eye out for Schurz. She's paying attention to what's going on, and she's quick to get up off the mound and make those good throws for out number 3 on the Spartans. So that'll put an end to the Spartans here in the bottom of the 4th. Spartans are going to pick up no runs and no hits, but they'll leave no one left on base. That'll keep the Wildcats' lead of 6-0 over the Spartans as we move into the top of the 5th. We'll be right back with that right after this. Welcome back. Top of the 5th, just shortly to go underway here in this Wildcats-Spartans matchup. Weather's dropping a couple degrees here, but we're still in the 40s at 46 degrees. Dark clouds moving in ever so more. Lights making ever more the difference as this night goes on. Wildcats still maintaining possession of the lead, 6-0 over the Spartans. Up first to bat for the Wildcats here in the top of the 5th will be number 10, Kaylee Barris.
Leading off the top of the 5th inning, playing first base, number 10, Kaylee Barris.
Barris playing first base for the Wildcats. Big hit up in the air. Spartans able to make the catch there, almost in their own dugout for out number 1 on the Wildcats. Good hustle there from the Spartans. Bringing up next, number 6 for the Wildcats, Caitlin Moe.
Number 6, Caitlin Moe.
Center fielder for the Wildcats. Another big hit over that right field. Gonna go foul for strike number 1 on Moe. High ball. No need to worry. Wildcats again, no one on base when it starts to go a little out of the way. But Lawton maintaining control when it matters most, being able to find that strike zone time and time again. Straight to Lawton. Lawton makes an easy play over to first for out number 2 on the Wildcats. With that out, that'll bring up next left fielder number 22, Jasmine Schwantz for the Wildcats. High ball there for Schwantz. Count 1-0. Another big hit to right field. Going to go out of play. Count 1-1 here for Schwantz.
Yeah. Used to get a corner.
That's a nickel back when I played.
Well, it was a dime, and then we got a raise.
Yeah.
We got a raise.
Looked like the ball kind of clipped Lawton's leg there as she made the release. A little bit of a weird throw. Count 2-1 here for Schwantz. Another powerful hit. Gonna go foul. Making it out to the parking lot. Again, no cars in the vicinity of where it landed, luckily. I'll need to run that insurance ad just yet. Count 2-2 here. Schwantz ball gonna go to the right. Spartans trying to make the catch, but bounces off this back cage here that's protecting all of us in attendance, so it's not going to be counted. Count stays at 2-2 here for Schwantz. Another foul. Schwantz will stay at that 2-2. Really honing in on those foul balls. Spartans not able to make the catch. Was in play, but foul ball once again. So Schwantz will pick it back up at home plate. Count stays at 2-2.
He's got cookies. Cookies. Yeah, gee. You would have brought this on.
Low ball there for Schwantz, so she'll finally get another thing on the board. Full count. Schwantz makes the play. Good catch there for the Spartans. Able to make the play over to first and put an end to the Wildcats here in the top of the 5th inning. So even though it took a little long on that third player, it's going to be 1-2-3 nevertheless.
Top half of the fifth
We'll be
inning
right
for
back with the
Wildcats.
Spartans in the bottom of the 5th right after this. We're back with the bottom of the 5th inning. Leading off for the Spartans will be number 9, Amber Smith. Get some cheers and some cowbells from the crowd here for Smith taking that batting box. Count 1-0 here for Smith. Get things going here in the bottom of the 5th. Spartans still trail by 6 from the Wildcats. Another low ball there. Count 2-0. Adderman still on the pitching mound here for the Wildcats. He's done a great job thus far being able to stop those Spartans at 0 runs. Currently giving Smith count of 3-1. Big swing from Smith, so count's going to go full. Crowd cheering Amber on. Big hit there. Gonna go foul. Kid walking across the street, eager to run after it as soon as it lands right next to him. Count stays full. High ball there, so Smith will take first on walk. Bring up next for the Spartans, number 2, Hallie Visker.
Now at the plate, shortstop number 2, Hallie Visker.
Visker playing shortstop here tonight for the Spartans. down center for strike number 1. Visker got a lot of power behind the bat when she's able to make connection. Not finding anything too good so far. Count 1-1. High ball there, count 2-1. But again, you can see Scherz eager to stand up as soon as she makes the catch and make a play towards first or second, whatever it may need be. Big swing there from Visker. Count 2-2. No outs for the Spartans just yet. It's going to go foul. Keep the count at 2-2. Good hustle from the Wildcats. That ball made it almost all the way down to the back fence on left field. Allows us to keep this game going ever so slightly faster. We're going to get a repeat of that once again. Keep the count at 2-2 here for Visker.
Right now I only work Sunday nights because Friday I didn't want, or Saturday I didn't want to have my Saturdays open just in case we had and I don't want to like try and find something to cover.
Visker, big swing, no good. It's going to be strike number 3 and out number 1 for the Spartans.
So I went 4 to 11 last night.
Bringing it up next to bat for the Spartans, number 1,
Right fielder,
Hallie
number 1,
Miner.
Hallie Miner.
Miner looking to bunt the ball. Good bunt there. Able to make the play over on Miner at first for out number 2 on the Spartans, but they will get the advance over to second plate as well. We'll bring up next to bat for the Spartans, number 8, Lexi Checketts. This is Checkett's first appearance here for the Spartans, and subbed in here tonight. Big swing, kick things off for Checketts. You can tell she's ready to put a lot of power behind it as soon as she makes connection with that ball. But count's going to be 0-1 here. Just a little high, count 1-1. Checketts goes foul. Count 1-2. Wildcats looking to put an end here in the bottom of the 5th. Big hit over to right field. Able to make the running catch on the Spartans for out number 3. So that'll put an end to bottom of the 5th for the Spartans, leaving 1 runner stranded on base. But no runs picked up for the Spartans. So with that, we'll be right back right after this with the top of the 6th.
They leave 1 runner on base.
Welcome back to the top of the 6th. Spartans still trail by 6 to the Wildcats here. Wildcats picking up 1 run in the top of the 2nd, with 5 more coming shortly after in the top of the 3rd. Leading off for the Wildcats will be right fielder number 8, Brunna Clifton. Get things moving here in the top of the 6th. Clifton, good hit. Right up center, ground ball. Spartans not able to make a play on it, so Clifton will make it over to first. Bring up next to bat for the Wildcats. Number 24.
Designated player number 24, Danielle.
Designated
Pellinger.
player, Danielle Pellinger. Pellinger looking to bunt. Get the move going forward. It's going to be ball number 1. Kick things off. High ball, no good. Count 2-0 here for Pellinger. Clifton holding up over there on first. Opting to remain there. Count 3-0 here for Pellinger. Going to be low and in the ground. So Pellinger will take first on a walk. That'll put Clifton over on second. So runners at first and second. And bringing up next for the Wildcats, number 14, Ava Larson.
Shortstop number 14,
Shortstop
Ava
for the
Larson.
Wildcats. Holding up there. Ball number 1. Count 1-0. Larson trying to hold up, but finding that center strike zone. Count 1-1. Another high pitch there. Count 2-1 here for Larson. Martinez eager to make a throw over to first. The off chance that Wildcat runner is off base, but nothing so far. Count gonna be full. Looks like we got a little bit of a weird play going on. Mishandle of the ball there, so Spartans won't pick up that out on second, but they will pick up the out on Larson with her swing for out number 1.
Catcher number 34,
That'll bring up
Reagan
catcher
Schurz.
number 34, Reagan Schurz. Schurz having a great game so far here tonight, making a lot of great plays from the catching box over to first and second. Getting some important Spartan runners out. Pick up strike 1. Get things going here for Schurz. Count 0-1. Schurz, good hit over to left field. Spartans making the call out. Able to make the easy catch there for out number 2 on the Wildcats. Runners still on first and second. Bringing up next, number 11, Morgan Keevel.
Now at the
Kivel.
plate, playing third base. Number 11, Morgan Kibble.
Keevel plays third base for the Wildcats. Gonna get a strike right down center to kick things off here for Keevel.
Oh, I know. Isn't that some? And some of those, I still remember.
Another great pitch there from Lawton. Lawton really starting to heat up here in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, I look at some of those pitches they're calling. It's gotta be right down the middle. Yeah.
Barely making connection with the bat, but gonna go foul nevertheless. Count 0-2 here still. Little high. Count 1 and 2 for Keevel. Again, Wildcats still having runners on first and second. Kibble, good hit over to left field. It's going to bring at least 2 runners home. And Kibble will hold up over on second. So Wildcats will pick up 2 additional runs here, bring the score 8-0 over the Spartans. Bringing up next, number 2, Hudson Walker, the second baseman for the Wildcats.
Playing second base, number 2, Hudson Walker.
Fog is starting to creep its way in here tonight. Good thing softball is such a vibrant color, otherwise probably lose it a bit, especially on the camera. Not sure how that was a strike, but count's going to be 1-1 here for Walker. Walker going to go talk with third base coach. A little bit of instruction about how they want to play this. Count is 1-2 after that foul ball. High into the right. Count 2-2 here for Walker. Spartans trying to get a little tricky with it and are able to do so to pick up strike number 3. Put an end to this Wildcats takeaway that they were performing here in the top of the 6th. So with that being said, the Wildcats will leave 1 stranded on base, but they will pick up 2 additional runs, bringing them to 8-0 over the Spartans. That being said, we'll take a quick break, get a word from our sponsors, and be back with the bottom of the 6th right after this. And we're back with the bottom of the 6th. Spartans moments away from taking that batting box. Wildcats looking to hold them up here. We move on to inning 7. But batting first for the Spartans will be...
Leading off for the Spartans, in the bottom of the 6th, pitcher number 4, Tenley Lawton.
Pitcher number 4, Tenley Lawton. Kick things off for the Spartans. Good pitch right down center. Count 0-1 here for Lawton. Get things moving here in the bottom of the 6th. Just outside, ball number 1. Count 1-1 here for Lawton. Ball goes foul. Could have made it over the fence into the crowd, but gonna stay on that side. Count 1-2 here for Lawton. Again, Adderman still on the pitching mound for the Wildcats. Doing a great job here tonight as she picks up strike number 3 on Lawton and out number 1 for the Spartans. Bring up next to bat for the Spartans, number 22, center fielder Cora Cockerham. Cockerham takes things off with ball number 1. Another high ball there. Count 2-0 here for Cockerham.
So a ghost is the ghost. So I'm assuming that it's probably not something like that.
Count 3-0 here for Cockerham.
Caitlin Eaton, I wouldn't trust being in that circle over there where Caitlin used to pass.
It's going to be 4 quick pitches for a walk over to first for Cockerham. And bring up
Now at the
next,
plate and doing the catching, number 20,
catcher
Daisy
number
Martinez.
20, Daisy Martinez for the Spartans. Good hit there from Martinez. Going to go foul for strike number 1. Only 1 out here for the Spartans in the bottom of the 6th. Low ball there, but Sure's making it seem like she had it all under control. Make it so Cockerham didn't want to move off first. So Spartans will keep that runner over on first. Count 1-1. Able to make that outfield catch for out number 2 on the Spartans. On Martinez. Had a lot of power behind it, just not able to make it clear of those outfielders on the Wildcats.
Number 28, Aubrey Lundeen.
Aubrey Lundeen, first base number 28, up next to bat for the Spartans. All the Wildcat players are performing at quite a high echelon here tonight. Seen a lot of work from every facet of it. No one really having to have too relaxed of a game. And the outfielders having to make quite a few saving graces to hold the Spartans up and keep the score the way that it looks currently in the top left of your screen. Low ball there. So count is going to be 3-0 here for Lundeen. Good throw right in center. Count 3-1 here for Lundeen. Wildcats looking to pick up out number 3. Put things to a rest here in the bottom of the 6th. Lundeen thinking it was low enough to be counted as a ball. Umpire says differently. Count's going to go full. High ball there for ball number 4. So Lundeen will take a walk over to first. Advance runners to first and second for the Spartans.
Now step to the plate, playing third base.
And bring up third base, number 35, Jordan Eastman. Eastman originally started off the night as shortstop. Has since been moved around to third base. Picks up strike number 1. Start things off here for her in the bottom of the 6th. High ball, count 1-1 here for Eastman. Eastman grounds over to third. Wildcats will make an easy play there for out number 3. So Spartans will have 1 stranded on base there. End of this 6th inning. That being said, Spartans still trail from the Wildcats by 8 as we move into the top of the 7th. Be right back with that right after this.
2 runs, no hits, they leave 2 on base.
Welcome back to the top of the 7th. Wildcats moments away from getting started, kicking things off with number 10,
Kaylee
Kaylee
Barris.
Barris.
Wildcats playing first base, number 10, Kaylee Barris.
Plays first base for the Wildcats. Big hit over to right field, and Spartans able to make an easy catch there for out number 1 on the Wildcats.
Center fielder, number 6, Caitlin
Next will be
Moe.
center fielder number 6, Caitlin Moe for the Wildcats. Moe looking to bunt. Gonna go foul. Count 0-1 here.
He's tough to see in the second game.
Moe's bunt. Easy play to Lawton. Lawton makes a throw over to first. Out number 2 for the Wildcats. That'll bring up
Now at the
next
plate,
number
left fielder,
22,
number 22,
left fielder
Jasmine Schwantz.
Jasmine Schwantz. Big hit from Schwantz, going to land on our roof. No skylight there to be able to make the catch for us. But we get to be part of it somehow by hearing that loud thud. Count 0-1 here for Schwantz.
Sorry, we're not covering.
Big swing, no good. 0-2. Big hit from Schwantz up in the air, making the call. Easy catch for the Spartans. So Spartans will put 1, 2, 3 to rest in quick succession here in the top of the 7th and hold up the Wildcats at 8 runs. With that, we'll take a quick break and be right back at the bottom of the 7th when the Spartans take the batting box right after this. Leading off for the Spartans here in the bottom of the 7th.
Amber Smith.
Number 9, Amber Smith. Again, that fog really creeping in here as we go into the late stages of this game. Very grateful to have the lights on in attendance here tonight so we can see the field. And that the rain's really holding out for us here. Count 1-1 here for Smith in the bottom of the 7th. Good crowd still in attendance here. Count 2-1 here for Smith. Again, Adderman still doing a great job on the pitching mound for the Wildcats. Count 3-1 for Smith. Smith hits a grounder over to Adderman. Easy play to first for out number 1 on the Spartans. Bring it up next, number 2, Hallie Visker.
Now at the plate, shortstop number 2, Hallie Visker.
Visker playing shortstop for the Spartans. Great hit, but going foul, and the JV player is able to make the catch there. So I think that should be out number 2 on the Spartans. Just kidding. It's going to be strike one for Visker. Get a good cheer from the rest of the JV team for the Wildcats. A lot of good camaraderie going on. Count 0-2 here for Visker. High ball, 1-2. Umpire resupplies the ball bag that he's got on his hip. Good hit, gonna go foul. Visker remains at 1-2 on the count. Bone in the dirt. Count 2-2 here for Visker. Seen a couple seagulls screech their way in. Think they're getting lost with all this fog. Count goes full for Visker. Big swing from Visker. Able to make connection on her bat, so that'll keep her in with this full count. Starting to be a little bit trickier to see those outfielders as this fog slowly creeps its way in. High ball there. So Visker will take first on a walk. That'll bring up next for the Spartans, number 1, Hallie Miner. Umpire going over to Spartans bench, pick up a couple more clean balls, get them in rotation, being ready, just based on how this game's continuing to be played as the innings weigh on. High ball on Visker. Or on Miner, so Visker will take second. Hearing the Wildcats coach kind of call out some directions, be able to put a thing to rest here. Count's going to be 2-0 here for Miner. Another high ball for Miner. But Shirt's kind of held up there as she was looking as to whether or not Visker would take off from second. Just second behind, throwing it over to get her out on second. Miner makes a swing. Visker tries to run. Not sure why she stepped so far off, but that'll allow that'll allow Walker to make the tag on her for out number 2 on the Spartans. Get their runner off base. So Spartans not in the greatest position here in the bottom of the 7th. No runners on base, 2 outs. And Miner with a count of 3-1. Miner will pick up ball number 4. Walk over to first. That'll bring up next for the Spartans, number 8, Lexi Checkets, second baseman for the Spartans. Seen a couple of umbrellas pulling out here tonight. Not sure if that's just from the fog or if it's starting to sprinkle. Looks like a little mix of both. Ball 1 to kick things off for Checkets. Ball 2. And again, Shirts doing a great job keeping an eye over there on the players at first. And getting up as soon as the ball makes it to her glove to make the play over there. Just not quick enough yet. It's going to be counted as a strike there. Count 2-1 for Checkets. Checkets going to go foul. Count 2-2 here. So we run into final potential moments of inning 7. Checkets hits up into the air, making the call. Center left fielder for the Wildcats coming in, sliding to make the catch for out number 3 on the Spartans. So it'll put things to a rest here. And that will end the game with the Wildcats winning over the Spartans 8-0. Wildcats picking up their first run in the top of inning 2 and would immediately pick up 5 additional runs in the top of inning 3, bring the game to 6-0 over the Spartans, where we wouldn't see any more action until the top of the 6th, where the Wildcats would pick up 2 additional plays, bringing the game up to 8-0 over the Spartans. Again, both teams played absolutely fantastic here tonight. Wildcats having a great job both on offense and defense as far as the outfielders being able to make the plays when they needed to, when they really counted and really mattered, as well as got to give credit to number 34, Reagan Schertz, the catcher for the Wildcats. She absolutely quick to get on her feet as soon as the ball would make it to her, and keeping an eye on first and second base to throw there as soon as she could. As well as another congratulations to number 1, Audra Adderman, to the pitcher for the Wildcats. She did a great job pitching for all 7 innings for them. And that was enough with all the players doing a good job on the defense to keep the Spartans at 0 runs. Meanwhile, on the offensive side of the Wildcats, they did a good job being able to eye up what kind of balls they really wanted to swing at and just kind of let the rest fall wherever they may as far as being strikes or balls. Being able to pick up those 8 runs over the Spartans. Meanwhile, on the Spartan side, each player there played really good game here tonight, being able to have that good team communication, especially as the game went on and they really started to feel themselves and get back into this wonderful Superior weather. As you can see the droplets starting to kind of pick up on the screen there. But Spartans not able to do enough to pick up any runs here tonight, and the Wildcats will come away with it 8-0 over the Spartans. That being said, I've been Ryan Marcianic, and that's putting an end to this game of River Falls versus Superior High School. That will pick it all back up tomorrow for soccer for any of you diehard Spartan fans. I believe that kicks off at 5 o'clock tomorrow night. That'll be Ashland here at Superior girls soccer, so it's always great to see when close rivals are able to make a play, especially the Wisconsin side of things. I know it tends to be a lot more the Minnesota side just due to the proximity and everything. So that being said, hopefully the weather holds out, and we'll see you all next time here on the iFan Sports Network.